So we're not going to be like the rest of the, crowd out there, right? We're going to do things differently. We're going to do things in a certain way. And that certain way, part of our strategy is to bring people to our hub. So if our hub is going to be this massive big island in the middle of the ocean, and you are the owner of that island, you are the president of your own company, of your own enterprise, right? Of your empire. So here's my little mind map. And here are the top 10 reasons. All right, let's tackle them one by one. Number one reason, the reason you need to do this is because having native live streaming on your hub will turn your hub into a destination, right? So like your business becomes a place where your visitors, where your list, where your community will be trained to keep coming back to. It's going to be a place, right? It's going to be a destination. It's going to be a thing that you will condition your people and condition the marketplace to keep coming back to. So it's very, 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 very important. Every live stream that you will ever do moving forward that will be connected to your hub or connected to anything you do as an entrepreneur should be happening right on your hub. Okay? It's like the party is at my house kind of a thing. Does that make sense? So it allows you to turn your hub into a destination moving forward. Sounds good? Reason number two, it brings audience to your platform. All right? Think about it. Google, Google owns YouTube, right? Think about Facebook. Think about Instagram. Think about TikTok. Think about LinkedIn. Think about all these massive, giant social media platforms. What do all these platforms have in common? There is one thing that they all have in common, and that's how they are built. That's how their algorithms reward their creators. And virtually every single one of these platforms, without exception, rewards creators when that creator can bring people to their platform and keep people on the platform. So if these giant companies and platforms, want to keep their audience on their platforms, why would we as entrepreneurs, why would we not do the same? Does that make sense? So it makes sense for us to build our hub in a way where we can bring people to our hub and keep them on our hub as much and as long as possible. Does that make sense? There is a reason for that. So this allows us to bring audience to our platform, and your people will come to your platform, to your hub, and there is a live event happening. We will not do Zoom calls. I don't recommend you do Zooms, like streaming on Zooms or any other third party. I don't recommend you stream out, and then, taking your audience away from your hub. Everything should bring people back to your hub strategically. So this is a huge reason why we need to do this. Reason number three, build trust and relationship with your audience, right? So if you are an owner of your own metaphorical island in the middle of the ocean with your hub, and people come to your place and there's a live streaming happening on your place, people communicate, it creates and breeds a sense of community, a sense of belonging, and it creates relationship and trust that the audience have towards you, the owner of this hub, right? So it's really, really important. Reason number four, it creates celebrity and authority for you. When you do that, when you host an event at your place, and if you can do it yourself, great, it's even better. But you can leverage somebody else hosting an event for you if you're just beginning. Maybe you don't have the personality or the charisma or the confidence yet, right, for you to host your own events. Yourself, in terms of actually doing the talking, right? Well, what you can do is you can leverage somebody else. Let's say, for example, maybe one day you will want to become, a member of our affiliate syndicate group, and where we do collaborative live streaming, and we're doing syndicated, right? So you just invite people to your hub, and then I do the presentation, and through the power of leverage and association, right, you build yourself into a celebrity and authority because you are the facilitator, you are the host. Does that make sense? Did you know there is 5 levels to creating influence? Okay? So at the very bottom of this pyramid, The lowest level, and this is where a majority of people will fall into, is this level called generalist. Okay? Generalist. You are nobody to everybody, right? You're just like everybody. You're just a generalist. So the next level up is a specialist. Okay? But for the most part, people don't question specialists nearly as much as they would generalists. You tracking with me? So in our business, okay, what we're doing here, and this is why your hub needs to be centered around one thing. And so if our hub, we're building this particular hub here, it's about, make more money. You want to position yourself as at the very, very least, as a specialist in that particular outcome. Okay, now whether you deliver the outcome is irrelevant. Like in your case, you probably don't even, you're probably not even going to deliver the outcome unless you know what you're talking about, and maybe you can branch out for yourself. All good in that regard, right? But for most people here in affiliate business system, I will deliver the outcome for them, and you become the middleman, you become the connector, but you will be seen at least as a specialist if you stick to the game plan that I'm showing for you here. Does that make sense? Now, what's another rank up above the specialist? What do you think that is? Well, it would be an authority. So we are conditioned to comply. So an authority figure will have even more influence on us than even a specialist will. Okay, make sense? So an authority on a topic is really, really important. An authority on a topic is somebody who has the results. Authority on a topic is somebody who has, enough track record. So authority will have even more influence than even a specialist will. All right. Now, a level up from authority, what do you suppose that level is? Okay, because at the higher you go up this rank, the more influence you will have with your audience. So another step above authority in terms of influence and compliance would be celebrity. Okay? Well, typically, celebrity, we see them on TVs. We see them on a screen, right? We see them on our, tablets, and TVs and computers and, phones and all that stuff, right? So we see them out there in, the cyberspace, and this is like the first sign of a celebrity. So if somebody is comfortable and we see them on TV and they're everywhere and they have a following, right? Well, naturally they become a celebrity to that particular audience. And a celebrity will have even more influence than even an authority would. Now, the highest level of influence is when you are perceived as celebrity / authority. Okay, so when you combine celebrity and authority, all right, you are going to be perceived as a highest level of influence, and you will have the highest level of influence when you are perceived as a celebrity authority. So what does it take for you to become a celebrity authority? All right, so if you think about it, it's not that much. Now, it takes, obviously, intentionality. You got to be intentional about your approach, all right? But it's positioning, really, really important. So part of that positioning is going to be setting up your hub to be done in a certain way that would engineer or help you engineer this celebrity authority status. Are you tracking with me? So that way, anybody that comes to your hub, okay, here's what happens, all right? Your hub is a destination. Okay, people come to your platform, they're coming to your hub, it builds trust and relationship with your audience, right? And you are cultivating this celebrity authority status, even though you're not necessarily doing it yourself, but just because they come to your metaphorical house, okay, your home on the internet, your hub, you can host a live stream on your hub and you can have a guest. You can come and you can invite other people to interview, okay? And you bring your audience back. You will be building your celebrity authority status. It's very, very powerful stuff, right? Reason number 5, it removes distractions and noise, okay? So think about it, have you ever attended a Facebook Live, right? I know when Facebook Lives became, just launched, it was a lot of fun. And people would, jump on them, but then slowly they started to kind of die out. Why? Because people got distracted, right? There is so much noise. If you host anything on a social media, like a live stream or whatever, it's so noisy, right? As soon as people are done watching you, they're off to another, creator, or they're clicking around to other people's stuff, and they've already forgot about you. So the world is so noisy these days, and it's getting noisier and noisier and noisier by the minute, seems like, right? So our strategic move here is to take your audience off of the social media platforms and bring them to your home, where there is no distractions, there is no noise, there are no distractions, and you keep them focused. That makes sense? Reason number 6, this is going to be the easiest way to build a real community. All right? And so all these preceding reasons here allow you naturally to build a community, right? Reason number 7, get more sales effortlessly. Naturally, let's say I brought a completely cold visitor, right? And I have an event happening. I invite them, they watch an event, they like the event, everything is cool. It's on my hub, it's on my domain, it's in my brand, right? And then I recommend that they check out other webinars. So that visitor clicks on other webinars right here, and check this out. They're like, all right, I want to check out this internet traffic mastery training. And so they click on watch training, it takes them to another funnel. They're still on my platform, mind you, right? And so when they click here, they're going to be taken to another webinar, which is a funnel. That's an extension of my hub, which is also part of my hub. And they're still on my hub. They're still on my domain. That makes sense? So I can have that visitor come into my live event, but that visitor can result in multiple sales for me effortlessly. I don't have to do anything because they have already come to my platform, and the platform is set up strategically. Are you tracking, right? This makes sense? It's very, very powerful stuff. All right, reason number 8, build domain authority. Everything you're gonna do is gonna be on your hub. Listen, everything I'm gonna do, every one of these funnels, all right, the events, the courses, tools, resources, everything I'll do, blog posts, collaborations, if I talk about anything or anybody, it's going to be on my domain. All right. So by me bringing audience to my live stream page here, it will further condition, it will tell the Googles of the world, right? The crawlers, all these technologies and companies that, hey, this domain is getting traction. There is new people coming in regularly. So imagine this, if I'm building a list, okay? If I'm building a list from any of the funnels, and then I invite my list back to my home, back to my hub, every single week there is a live event happening, right? What do you think will happen to my domain authority? Of course, it's going to become more powerful, right? It's going to strengthen my domain authority. And so my domain will become more relevant. It's going to rank up in search engines by default. And that's what I want, right? I'm building a real business. Now, reason number 9, it builds brand value. Okay, because of all these reasons above, naturally it will bring and it will build your brand value. But I mean, the logo can be knocked off, even the structure can be knocked off, right? But you know what cannot be knocked off, my friend? What gives you your brand value is the following. It's going to be the relationships and trust of your audience, all right? It's the celebrity authority status, right? It's the relationship that you have built with your audience. It's the community that you have built around your hub, around your idea, whatever your hub is about. Okay? Social media, Facebook is a free service. Yet, these companies are valued at billions and billions of dollars. Why? Well, it's not because of the technology necessarily. It's because of the community that is centered around that technology or around that idea. Does that make sense? And so community, when you bring people around an idea, it builds your brand value. It gives your brand more value. Okay, so that's why companies like Bankrate, Nerd Wallet, for example, these companies are considered to be authority figures on a topic of like finance, and they give advice. Okay, they're not necessarily celebrity, but they have that authority status because they disseminate advice. And so their audience, right, they build a community around that topic, right? So their audience turn into a community, and it gives that brand value. So this is how these companies are, valued at literally billions of dollars, and they don't even have a product of their own. Make sense? So it's very, very powerful stuff. And reason number 10, my friend, this will future-proof your business. I cannot tell you of this thing that we're building here as your business, and you are the president. Your business growth, the growth of your business will be limited to your ability to dream and imagine and visualize and plan strategically. Okay? My goal and my role here with you is to show you the path. The biggest thing is future-proof your business. I mean, the world is getting noisier, all right? There's going to be more people screaming louder on social media. With this setup, I don't need to participate in the noise. I really don't care what's going on out there, right? I really don't. I go there, I run an ad, I bring people off of those platforms, I bring them into my hub, and then I create a community, and I build a relationship with that community, and I serve them, and I have a destination for my community to keep coming to right after.